Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Software Inc., a game I played a few months ago, and I wanted to jump back in here. I've been playing around with it just a little bit the last few days, and today I wanted to play some more and thought I would bring you in here for this. I'm going to actually set up a new game real quick. Okay, the last time I played this on the channel, I actually walked through a lot of this, kind of worked it out, but what I've done is just gone ahead and set all of that up. I've got the look of my character, Weemcast Studios is the company name. I'm choosing to start in 1990 so I can check out some more technology. Last time I started in 1970. I've ramped the money to 500,000 instead of, I think, 50,000 before. This will let me kind of do a lot of stuff up front. I want to hire some people and really work on one project of my own right off the bat versus doing a bunch of contract work like I did last time. I've also got a mod applied down here, Real Company. This replaces all the company names in the game, which are just kind of random, with real world company names, including people like Blizzard and stuff like that. So anyway, I've got all this set up. I think we are now ready to get this game started. Okay, this is our plot of land. I chose to start in the city. I don't know if we had an option before, but there were options, and the default was city, and that seems cool. So we've got this plot of land here. We can actually go into build mode here. I don't need the tutorial for that. So here's our chunk of land we can work with. We can extend it by dragging these things out. And I actually, well, there is parking here. I guess that's pretty good. We could extend this and then do a road to parking so our employees can kind of park and walk right in. But I mean, this is right there. It's pretty close. So I think they can use that. So let's go ahead and get this building laid out. First things first, let me lay out where the door is going to be, which I think I'm going to kind of center this thing. That's going to be where the front door is. And then I want to do this angled thing. Something like that. Right there. And then we're going to go over 4. I've got something specific in mind as far as the layout of this goes. I'm kind of visualizing it right now. From the front door, I think this is probably big enough. And then I need to go make sure I'm over, let's see, 2 for the angle and then 4 more. If that makes sense. Then we go here to there. Okay, cool. So now we got the room. It's kind of darkened here. Let's grab the wall again. Basically, this is going to be a door, and this is going to be a door. This I'll have as a window. And then this, I'm thinking, will be a door. And then this will be a door right here as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and split this room. Yeah, this looks like it will be good enough. So the idea I was thinking was that one side would be for kind of programming, one side for maybe art or marketing, whichever I end up doing first. This would be the break room, and then this can be bathrooms back here. I'm gonna actually split this. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so we've got errors here because we are not lighting it. We don't have access to these places. So let's go ahead and get those in really quick. We'll do a single door entry to both sides here, like so. And then we'll do doors into what's going to be the break room, a door each for each bathroom. And let's see, let's get some windows next. And this is where the building will start to light up. So there you go, we've got some light in the bathrooms. And I just want to grab this big window here. That'll give us a nice window for the break room there. And then we're going to actually do some kind of cool stuff here. I'm going to drag this to there. She can't go around the corner, right? No. Okay. And then just kind of 2 squares here. So that's cool. We got some nice light right in the front. And then I think I'm just going to do like a single corner back here. Oh, I keep forgetting to hold shift. Something like that. And then maybe some smaller windows as well. Okay, you can see I've got this pretty well laid out. I have most things in here. I've got a urinal in each of the restrooms there with a light. And both sides are symmetrical here. Right now I just have desks and chairs, enough for 4. You always start with yourself as an employee, and I'm probably going to hire 1, maybe 2 others. So I think this is a good enough setup for now. I haven't purchased the computer, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to get one for here. I'm probably going to hire another programmer, and then we may get a marketing or art person, I'm not sure, so we'll just at least get that started over there. Additionally, I want the bonus that we can get from certain items, and you can see the calculator is good for programmers. So let's go ahead and throw one here and here, and we're going to wait on that side. We'll either get the drawing tablet if we get an art person, or what was the thing? The phone, right, for the marketer. So it just kind of depends. And then I can obviously dress this up with wallpaper and color and stuff like that, which I may do at some point, but I think it's probably good enough for now. I can actually kill the ceiling fixtures visually so that we can see a little bit better there. So let's jump into hiring somebody. So right off the bat, I know I want to hire somebody, but I don't know for what. We want to make something. So let's actually look at jumping into that. Develop software. I don't need this tutorial right now. There's probably some things I could learn. Last time I played, I was playing in version 8.1, and we are currently in version 9.76, I believe. There's been a number of updates since the 3 months have passed that I played, but I think it looks pretty familiar. Let's see. We might go with, I think if we do a 3D editor, you need a 2D editor, so maybe I'll make a 2D editor. We could see the interest is pretty low on that. Now, in some videos you'll see too, people will jump in and look at all software and take a look at what's here. You can see the 2D editors and see if there's anything lacking. There's not a lot of 3D editors. Antivirus, there's not a whole lot of antivirus up there. Games, game engine, office software. You can see these company names: Microsoft, 2K, Take-Two. These Blizzard should look pretty familiar. Lots of operating systems. Let's look at the antivirus. I don't know what it takes to make antivirus. Let's see. Let's just say never. Antivirus. Okay. So it recommends a designer and 2 programmers. So my character has got a little bit of design experience, is primarily a programmer, no artist required, at least with this setup. If I do user interface, it does require an artist. 25% interest is not all that great. If I do that, it does go to 56. But it would be good to hire an artist if I do that. Okay, let's see. This does depend on a 2D editor, though. Okay, let's go back to 2D editing. Maybe we'll start with something, like this. It does require an artist, but it does bring this up. Okay, if I go to image effects, we really get that. Let me turn off the stock library. So 86% is still good, too. And we could probably do this. It might take us a bit. It does say it's going to take more than a year, but we've got plenty of funds, so I think we can do that for a bit, especially if we really work on it and try to make it good. Okay, so we need a name for this, and I typically just call these by what they are. So we're going to call this Weem 2D 1.0, because you can actually kind of make new software based on a previous one, basically kind of upgrade it, make a version 2.0, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see, we're going to allow this to be sold and everything. We do want to add OSs that go with it. We can look at active users. So we would get most if we just kind of grab these first 2. That would be a big percentage there. So let's go ahead and do that. That does add licensing costs there, 12,000, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and roll that way. Let's go ahead and develop this. Let's see. So we've now got Weem 2D 1.0 up here. The quality's horrible. If we try to release it now, I don't even know what we would release. I guess we'd be telling someone the idea. I've got this idea. Haven't started yet though. So anyway, we've kind of got this going now. We definitely need to hire people. Actually, we don't, let me rephrase it. We don't have to hire somebody. My character can probably handle this. It would just take a lot longer. The other thing too is I actually want to get some training. This is a new thing I didn't do before. It's been available. It's just something I didn't do myself. I forgot to name my character apparently. Can I change employee role? Maybe in the details. Let's go to details, change name. There we go. Mike Weem. I had to redo him once. I was trying to like tweak it a bit, and I guess I forgot his name on that round. Okay, let me just close that to see if it updated. Mike Weem. So he does code, and you can see system. The 2D is not so hot. I may send him in for that. Let's go ahead and educate as a programmer, some 2D stuff. Now, what I had seen is if you actually go the full 3 months, you can really cap that out. Let's do that. We're going to go ahead and start that. Okay. And then let's look at hiring. We basically want a programmer who's good with, I think, like we could do 2D for now, but really we're going to have to train them anyway. And system comes into play with some of the other things we want to work on as well. Let's go ahead and 2D this thing. We're looking for all of these. Let's go ahead and begin looking. Here's the options we're presented with. Skill-wise, we got Jarvis is the best skill-wise. But I think compatibility is really important. It does say normal, but we do have a good here. But they are even more stressed. Short-tempered. Just don't know if I could do that. Let's see, let's go back to him. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Let's see, this guy is very stressed. Cocky and dramatic. Cocky and goofy, how do you pull that off? I'm the best round here, and then he trips and falls or something. Let's see. None of these are like all that great. I'm kind of scared of all of them. Let's go ahead and hire Jarvis because he's got really good skill. The compatibility does say normal. I don't like this description. He's generous, I suppose. Let's go ahead and hire him. And then what we need to do is train. Let's bring this guy up. Jarvis. Yeah, I think we'll just go 2D as well. You can see we have progress to be made in 2D. Let's just do that. Educate for programming 2D, full 3 months. Yeah, let's do that. So it's going to be a very quiet 3 months. Now, the way the game is set by default is every day that passes is 1 month. So I will have to pass by 3 days in order to get that education in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, we have shown up for work. The guy I hired jumped right to work. My character, well, he went right to the break room, which seems about right. I'm going to start my day in the break room. But basically, I got a notification about research here, and I don't remember if this was actually in the game before, but if it was, I didn't play with it. So anyway, I kind of clicked the tutorial to read a bit about this. We can actually research some stuff, and then it says that if we use it in a product, people will have to pay us royalties, apparently. Note that other companies might swoop in and steal the patent before you finish researching it, and patents eventually expire. Okay, so I just kind of want to click this and see. Image compression, royalty 12%. Because we're doing this, I'm kind of thinking that we might do this. So just do this research and see what this is. So our core team will do that research, that's fine. So then we end up with this out here, which if you're not familiar, basically anything you're working on, whether you're marketing or developing or apparently researching, that appears as a task out here, and a color will fill in these bars over indicating your progress there. So there you go, we're researching an algorithm, and then here we've just got to get to developing. Now, I do want to market this software to get something started, so I think we might just start with a press release. I think let's just do a text one right now. We really don't have much to show off. I'm not sure how helpful this is right now, but let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to make sure, I guess we only have the one core team, so that's fine. They're going to be working on that by default. So let's go ahead and kick this on. This is kind of normal speed. Again, we've got our new guy over here. This place looks nice. He's getting going. Jarvis is getting going right away. It looks like I'm going to actually go take up this desk over here. I don't know why. It doesn't have like a calculator, but I guess he doesn't take that into consideration, but I'm going to. Let's give him a calculator. He's the owner. He can work wherever he wants. I just got to make sure that he's being efficient about it. Okay, so we've shown back up to work the next day. You can see the progress made, and I think I might be spreading these guys a little too thin. Part of me is thinking that I might go ahead and hire a marketing person. We're always going to be marketing no matter what we're making, so I'm kind of thinking that's what I'll do. I will move myself back over to this side, try to get these guys only working over here, and then bring a marketing person in. I'll just let that go ahead on normal speed. Let's go ahead and hire a marketer. We're looking for all of these things. That's fine. Let's begin looking. We've got a lot to choose from. Unfortunately, there's a number of bad, and we just got a few normals. Although, look at the skill on this, 72%. That's pretty good. And only 20 years old. Pretty young, too. Introvert, short-tempered. Well, introvert, I mean, Sherry, she's going to be kind of in her own room there, so that might be okay. Let's just go ahead and hire her. And then I need to make a team for this. Now they have some teams here already. Oh, that's fine, we'll just take this in. Whoops. Marketing. Add. And I'm also going to add programming. We won't use the core. Let's go ahead and close this. We want to manage employees. I am going to be on the programming. Or that was Jarvis I selected, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Let's put me on programming. And we put Sherry on marketing. That's cool. And then what I can do is I can actually select myself, hold shift, click the chair, click the computer, right click, and say assign. And then hopefully he'll wander over there. Let's go ahead and pause. Everybody's kind of chilling right now and not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I need to I think I'm going to go ahead and assign these rooms to specific teams. We can say that this is programming. And I think this is the problem, is that core is working on this stuff, and there is nobody in core right now. But let's go ahead and continue on this process here. We're going to switch this team to marketing. And then over here, we're going to assign you to programming. The marketing is actually going to be done by the marketing person. And research by programming. Okay, let's go ahead and get that kind of sped up here. Why am I still over here? Go sit where you're supposed to be sitting. Maybe he's working on marketing. That's well, no, wait a second. You're not on that team. Gotta fiddle with some stuff. Okay, I have a feeling I just needed the day to go by. They were pretty much done, so I skipped that, and my character has walked over here. Now, Jarvis went on vacation, which by default, it's like July and the next month. Somewhere in there, they'll go on vacation. So he is out right now, but we do have Sherry in here working on the marketing. I'm going to pan out. Now, one thing I noticed is that they actually took the bus here. So it does seem to be that these parking spots really aren't for you. So I would have to extend the area and put a road in order for them to park here. I'm not entirely opposed to that, but I also don't think it's too big of a deal just yet. We're going to go ahead and speed this up. So now in the grand scheme of things, this is kind of what I'm looking at. I started with 500,000. I'm down to almost 400,000. So, you know, we're a good chunk of the way through our money, 20% into our money. We are currently working on getting this 2D program going. The quality is horrible, but the more time we spend on it, we'll get better and better and better. Then we can begin to develop it, and then we can actually release it and everything. We're gonna have some marketing things tied to that, some press releases and things we're gonna be wanting to do. But it's gonna be a slow pace, so we're gonna eat through a bunch of money. You know, maybe we get down to like 200,000 or something like that, or even lower, but hopefully what we're working on can sell decently enough to make that money back and then some. That's kind of the goal. Okay, so we finally got them jamming kind of good, burning up through this, and I'm trying to determine a good release date. Basically right now I've got this marketing filled out. If I want to release it though, it says that this won't be as impactful if we don't have a release date. So right now Sherry's kind of wandering around. She's a little bit bored. I'm going to go ahead and pause. So I want a release date. We are currently in October. Based on the way things have just gone the last like 2 months, I imagine that we probably need another 6 or so. We could actually just kind of speed this up and see how it goes over the course of the next day. So let's see, the meters here, they just came in this morning. You can see it's actually moving pretty good. Yeah, we're getting the afternoon now. Let's go ahead and pause this. So they really blew through a good portion of this. So let's actually say December, January. Let's do like a February release date. I think that's what we'll do. We're just going to go market, announce a release date. Let's say, well, I really want to make sure it's really nailed down and cool. So let's go with March, but not 92. We want 91. We're currently in 90. So let's go ahead and do that. So you'll have 4 months to release the product. Yes, I think that's okay. Okay, so we have now announced that. I can hit play. Let's go ahead and release. So a press release has been mentioned. Let's go ahead and click this. See how bad it is. Weencast Studio is not well known in this market. They're currently Still just throwing ideas around, but it's cutting edge. The press release is pretty boring to look at, but it has got our full attention. It is slated to release March 1991. Okay, well, that's not too bad. We're at good now, and we're getting some followers, which is good. Let's just go ahead and speed this up. So we're going to jam through this. They're going to go home here shortly. And the followers continue to build. Now, one of the things we're going to need to do is do a marketing for hype, because once you've done that announcement, I believe you can start to lose followers. Let's go ahead and pause this. Oh no, somebody ended up researching the image compression before us. They totally beat us to it. So the research is gone now. Let's go ahead and mark it. And hype, you could see that it's a good idea to maintain hype once you've gained followers so they don't forget about you. Hyping your product will slow follower decline. So that's totally cool. We're going to switch this to marketing. And say, let's do that. So that'll give Sherry something to do. We're already assigned to marketing. Weem, you don't have to click that. So anyway, she's going to get that going. It looks like Jarvis is not in a good place for some reason. His effectiveness has dropped. He was doing pretty good before. But if he can just kind of make it through. You can do this, Jarvis. You could do this. Now we've got clutter like crazy. We need to clean this up. We're going to manage our staff. And we're just going to call cleaning this one time. We can do this temporarily each time we click this. You can actually assign permanently and schedule them, but we don't need to do this that frequently. So we're just going to go ahead and select that. Speed up our time and try to get this thing completed, or at least this stage of it completed. Okay, we got to slow down time here a second. We want to develop this because it's hit its point now. It actually goes backwards. It starts to be a problem if you sit on it too long. So we're going to go ahead and develop. Unfortunately, we missed it. We had it at, it goes to outstanding, then it comes back. No, we don't need the alpha tutorial. So there you go. They're going to start working on lines of code now, and we've got our followers. We're not losing any followers, which is great. That's perfect. So now we can kind of speed things back up, let them go home, and keep going through the alpha. Okay, so the way this used to work was that you had a bar, you had alpha going, and it would progress to a bar. But it looks like, I had seen in a video as well, and I'm kind of seeing that here, it looks like you could just keep working on this as long as you want. There's no indicator that, you know, it's coming close to done. You kind of have to decide your release date, and then kind of schedule everything around that. So we do know that we have March as the release date, so we don't have a whole lot of time. That's technically quote-unquote 3 days in the game, January, February, March, each month being a day. So we don't have a ton of time for that. Let's go ahead and review the product and see what it's looking like. Let's just go ahead and outsource it. You can have your own team do it, but I kind of want to keep them focused. So we're going to outsource that. 0 reviews finished. We can actually speed up time here a bit more. Okay, there we go. So we got 42. Let's speed this up again. Okay, and done. Let's end this. How bad is it? Ooh, that is horrible. 0.5 out of 10. Wow. Those are some not happy people. So we definitely have a lot more to do. Now we did do the initial design phase, came out as good. So it definitely can be better. Did we leave ourselves enough time to make it that much better? I don't know. Time's going to tell. We're going to jam through this, try to get in as much as we can. But we still need to do some kind of cleanup near the end as well. So keeping our fingers crossed. Okay, I've got a pretty bad feeling about this because we really just have this month. Basically, they're going to go home here shortly. The lines of code have increased. When we did our review, it was 18,000, I think, lines of code. We're at about 60 now. But we basically are now, when I click this, we are currently in March. This is the month we are supposed to release. So it may not go well. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and speed it up until maybe afternoon or so, or maybe at noon, and then we'll kind of run another review. Hopefully we can get those in pretty quick. I'm not too opposed to being late. Maybe we'll release it next month. How familiar are we to that situation? But let's go ahead and review this really quick. We're going to outsource it. That's fine. Bohemia Interactive is going to review it. We'll speed this up a little bit. Okay, that was actually pretty quick. 48 reviews, 49. I guess we can go ahead and let this finish. There's only, what, 2 more or something? Yeah, 52. Okay, let's check it out. Wow, that did not move much. It moved to a 1. We moved 1 point in that time. I mean, at this rate, we would need to wait, what, a year? A year before this got where we wanted it to be. Now, we certainly could hire someone and then basically push it like 2 more months or something and try to get, maybe that person helps us really jam this along. But I would feel like I would need to train them just to get them better skill to really be worth that. So it's probably a number of months out we would be pushing this. So I definitely got a little bit too crazy with how early I thought we'd be able to release this. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and release it at the end of next month. We'll be a little bit late. Just to do a little bit more. That's probably going to set some people off that we missed our deadline, but that's okay. We're trying to make a better product. Okay, so right off the bat in the morning, top left, Ween 2D 1.0 is overdue and losing followers. So we kind of knew that was a risk. We're losing 6.1 followers per month. It's unfortunate because these are like kind of automatic sales. But what can you do? We're at 9. What we're going to do is we're going to push this to like just after noon. And then release, because I don't really recall if there's steps after that. Actually, we have to print it. That's going to be a thing, right? We do have to print this, don't we? Okay, let's just go ahead and do this now. We're going to promote it. This is so bad, you guys. So bad. Are you sure you want to promote out of alpha? Yeah, we're going to move on. So now we're in this phase where we're going to do some kind of testing. I think this goes kind of quick. So we're fixing bugs, unless there's a lot of bugs. Oh no. This is going to be bad. 15. So they're going home soon. So yeah, they're really do I want to be another month late? 6% is not that bad. Let's just go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and jam it 1 more month. Oh, so terrible. Let's go ahead and jump to May. So here we are. It says we're losing more followers. Oh, it did drop quite a bit. That's a bummer. So we're jamming out bugs, and it's pretty much at our own pace at this point. Let's just go ahead and stop and get this out. We're going to go ahead and release it. This is terrible. So we are currently at 310,000. Are you sure you want to release this now? Yes. Yeah, we will do marketing with it. We'll give ourselves a budget of 5,000, which is going to bring us to 305,000. And we're going to go marketing. I mean, we'll pretty much put everybody on this real quick. We do need to print it. We really don't need to print a lot, I don't think. This is going to go really bad. This was like definitely a loss. We're going to go ahead and do 1,000. We basically had followers up, I think, really like somewhere under 200, so probably not going to sell much of this. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we lost money there. Okay, so basically we are marketing this right now. Let me just make sure that is assigned. I did make a research team, but didn't use it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jam through this day and see what we end up with by tomorrow. This definitely didn't go well. Okay, next day rolled around. We had a vacation. Sherry, it looks like she went on vacation. And yeah, this was terrible. The quality came out as bad. We had 25 active users. Retail price of 128. This is where it gets kind of sad. Look at this. We sold 25 and we had 25 refunded. So this is definitely no good. Now we do have marketing going, but that doesn't change the fact that we just made really junky software. I really hindered us by giving us that really short release date. That was bad. That kind of killed everything. I think it probably would have been okay had we given ourselves maybe a year or more. But anyway, live and learn, right? Let's go ahead and look at the review. This is going to be horrible, isn't it? Overall, Ween 2D is not worth the price. It's probably not going to move many copies. They still need to make a name for themselves in this market. They should up their marketing game. Yeah, for sure. Okay, in a last-ditch effort, I basically decided let's go ahead and make a Ween 2D 2.0. They've been cranking on that. I hired an artist, sectioned them off in this corner. Right now, they're currently not busy, so I probably shouldn't have hired them just yet because they don't do their work yet in this phase. So, but that's okay. I'm just kind of paying someone to sit in the corner and kind of sleep. Now let's go ahead and pause. You can see smoke. We need maintenance. Let's go ahead and call maintenance in really quick. They're going to take care of that. You can see we've got some marketing going on, a press release writing and everything. So we're trying to make a last-ditch effort to pull something out with this. So I got to keep doing this. We got to keep everybody busy and focused. Okay, we've been jamming through some months here. We're closing in on 100,000 lines of code. I kind of was watching it. It looks like I'm getting about 24,000 lines of code per month. So what I want to do is I want to do a review just to kind of gauge where it's at right now. And then Nintendo is doing the review. And then I might have an idea of how much longer we need to do this, because I want to give a release date, because I've got the press release. Everything's kind of ready to go. So you can see that the overall score is kind of terrible. And we were outstanding in the original phase, so I feel like we need this to really, this really needs to be worked on for quite a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and let this get cranked on for a while as we kind of burn through our income, our money here. So one thing to note about this, you can see we're heading towards bankruptcy. We're just burning through money. I did announce a release date of next year in August. So I don't know if we'll make it there based on the money that we're losing. Yeah, no, we're definitely not going to make it there. So anyway, but I did a review and things had moved up a little bit. It's entirely possible that once this gets down really low, I'll just go ahead and release it. But I wanted to note a couple things because some of you may be wondering, or may have even said in the comments already. But I'm definitely doing a lot wrong, and a lot of that's intentional. Right now, my marketing person is like doing nothing. She's just sitting there. Well, now she's doing something, I should say, but for a while she wasn't. And it really was, I just wanted to only do this one thing. I wanted to make this about them working on this one piece of software only. Realistically, I should have been cranking on contracts, because you can turn those around like in the same, in a month. You could even do actually a few in a month. So that can keep your income going pretty well. There's a lot of things I wasn't doing that I've done before. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I definitely know that. And I really did this run. I just wanted to do hey, let's just try to do one thing of software and see if the $500,000 that we started with is enough to kind of get us there. And even if it's not, there's probably still a way to do it. And, some things I could have done better. But I'm just messing around, and I think as I mentioned at the top, just thought I would bring you guys along for the ride. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slow down time. We're definitely burning through this. We're at December. We still have a ways to go from the release date I gave. I did a review 2 months back. It was kind of not quite halfway, not quite to a 5 yet. So it may still not be, but we're only going to make it probably 1 more month, and we've got a couple more steps to do. So let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and promote it. Yep, we're going to leave alpha. So we've jumped into here. Let's go ahead and step forward. See, we could jump into beta, but I kind of want to, I think we've got another day or two where we're going to be okay. So let's go ahead and do this, because I think we're like at 11,000. Every time I say per day, it's 1 month, but you get the idea. Let's skip here. Yeah, so we went from 24 to 12. So this is really it. Let's go ahead and pause this. So we can release this really at any point now. So we'll go ahead and release it near the end of the day. Maybe at like 13 or something. Give ourselves a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and slow this down and hit release. We're at 12,000. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and release it. Sure, we're gonna do marketing just in case it happens to do okay, which it's really not gonna be. Oh yeah, we have to print copies. we did have a number of followers. Let's see. This is going to cost. We will have enough, I think. Let's just do 800. Yeah, it's 1,600 there. Okay, so we'll do 1,000. That's 10 though. Okay, so there we go. We are set to release this thing. So really, it's all coming down to tonight and how things fare for us. Let's go ahead and jam through it and skip to the next day. We're at 10,000. This is gonna go horribly for us. Okay, so it did jump us up to 23,000. So we got some money back, which I'm kind of surprised. I really didn't think we would. Let's go ahead and make sure. Okay, everybody is on this marketing front right now. We do have support set up for that as well. So anyway, we're jamming away on this. Let's see how tomorrow unfolds. Okay, so that gained us about 4,000, so you can see it's doing a little bit for us. Let's actually go ahead and pause this. One of the last things we can, or that I kind of want to look at, is that we can actually look at our release and go to our terrible one. They probably only would give $1, but you can trade the IP, aka sell the IP off to somebody. Oh, we can sell it to ID Software for 58,000. Sure, we're in desperate need. Oh, it sold all of it. Whoops. I was wondering why that first one was worth anything. It's because it was both of them. So anyway, that jumped us to 85,000. Not really a whole lot to work with, especially in all the space and all the maintenance and everything it takes. But anyway, it was a fun little run. That's really all I wanted. I was sure that I wasn't going to make it through this first video here, but anyway, I'm interested to see what you guys think of the game. Let me know if you saw the first video I did a few months back. I really enjoyed myself setting up that little studio, and I'm probably going to do the same thing again pretty soon. I may or may not record it, largely based on what you guys are letting me know here. If you would like to see something like that, if it looks like a number of you are watching this video, then it might be something that I bring to the channel. I'll be playing it regardless, and again, a much more scaled down version, a much more like real attempt at this. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I do want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.